بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We come back again to our different groups of people, and we know that the ladies always have questions in the month of Ramadan when it comes to haid, menstruation, when it comes to nifas, meaning the blood that flows after a baby has been delivered, and so on, and other illnesses from the women's side. So today, inshallah ta'ala, we deal with haid, and we have to deal also with the lady that is pregnant, or the lady that is delivered, that is breastfeeding, and so on. Inshallah ta'ala, we try and we see if we can squeeze all of those in today. But when we speak about the subject of haid, menstruation, then we know in terms of the deen of Islam, when a woman is fasting and she gets a haid, even if this was to be a couple of minutes before the adhan of Maghrib. Now I know that the ladies don't like to hear this, and the girls don't like to hear. But if you get your haid just before the adhan of Maghrib is gone, it means you have to fast the day in again. It means the day is not completed. But Allah knows best. And in any case, whatever ibadah we do for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. But what is important to note is that that day of fasting is not counted. That fasting must be repeated again, inshallah ta'ala. And the same would also apply if a woman were to become clean, meaning that the menstruation has stopped and you are in during the day of Ramadan. Then the same thing would apply to a previous before this, the person that's sick, which would apply to the person that is traveling, and that is if you have been eating at the beginning of the day, then you eat at the end of the day. That is the same rule if the person had become clean. But if the menstruation had stopped 5 minutes before Fajr, the adhan for Fajr, then it means you must take a ghusl and you are fasting that day that is coming after that Fajr. And the same would apply where a woman becomes, like I said, becomes clean just before Fajr. If a woman becomes clean during the day, we said that that is going to be according to the way that we have seen in terms of the person that has traveled. Except obviously if the woman only becomes clean after the sun had risen, meaning after Salatul Fajr, then then the day is not the same. But I want to bring a distinction. Let's assume that you have become clean before Salatul Fajr, but you didn't get a chance to go and ghusl. Then what is there? The adhan already goes for Fajr, but you didn't get a chance. Maybe you were eating or something like that, or sleeping, or whatever the case may be. Can a ghusl now be taken after the adhan of Fajr is gone? Yes, it can. Whether you have taken that ghusl before the adhan of Fajr or after the adhan of Fajr, then it will be same like a person that is in the state of junub, husband or wife that is sleeping together. They woke up, the adhan for Fajr goes, and they haven't yet taken a ghusl. Then it is permissible for them to go take a ghusl afterwards and complete the day, but no eating obviously after the adhan of Fajr had gone off. And there is the hadith of Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, and wherein she says, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يصبح جنبا من جماع غير احتلام ثم يصوم في رمضان متفق عليه. She says that the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam did get up and was in a state of janaba because of jima, because of sleeping with his wife, and had only taken a ghusl just when the adhan has gone already, and this was in Ramadan, and there was nothing about it. So in other words, it is permissible to take the ghusl after the adhan is gone. Also, whether we're in a state of janaba, meaning husband and wife that have slept together, or a person that has become clean from haid. When we speak about the nufasa or dam and nifas, they are those people who has the blood that flows because of childbirth, then the same rule applies as applies to the lady that has a haid. The same rule applies. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha was asked the following: ما بال الحائط تقضي الصوم ولا تقضي الصلاة؟ قالت كان يصيبنا ذلك فنؤمر بقضاء الصوم ولا نؤمر بقضاء الصلاة. متفق عليه. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha was asked, what is this thing with the ha'id and ما بال الحائط تقضي الصوم, that the person that has haid is asked to pay in the days of fasting, but you're not asked to make up for the salah that is missed. And she says, well, we were faced with a similar thing in the time of the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, and we were ordered fast in the days that you have missed, and we were not ordered that we must pray in the days of the salah that we had missed. Then comes to another category of the ladies who are pregnant, or the ladies who had delivered, let me rather say. Remember that the Nabi Muhammad says in a hadith, إن الله وضع عن المسافر شطر الصلاة والصوم عن المسافر وعن المرضع والحبلة. The Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says Allah Ta'ala granted on the musafir that he can make half salah, meaning that if there's 4 rakat, you make it 2 rakat because of the traveling. And also for the musafir has taken away the fasting for the person, and we've discussed that. As well as for the lady that breastfeeds and the one that is hamil. Hubla means to be hamil. So what do we say in terms of that? Now the ulama has difference of opinion in terms of the lady that is hamil and the one that is breastfeeding. If they fear for themselves in terms of fasting, it will bring harm to themselves, or it will bring harm to the child that they are carrying, or the child that they are feeding, or to both of them. What is the opinion? So for some of the ulama says it is wajib for the lady only to do the qada. She must only pay in the days that she had missed, she left off. If she had feared in terms of fasting, and there is no fidya, that she is responsible for that. And for that the ulama says is the opinion of the Ahnaf, the Hanafi madhab, as well as the Malikiyya, the Shafi'iyya and the Hanbaliyya. Al-Imam Shafi'i and Ahmad ibn Hanbal, they make a distinction, and they say that the lady that is hamil and the one that is breastfeeding, that if they fear harm to themselves because of fasting, then it's permissible for them to eat, to break their fast, and they only pay in the days that they have missed. But if they fear on their child, that the child would be affected and the child would bring harm, and they eat because of that, then they have to fast in the days, and they have to pay in the fidya for those days. And that is the opinion of Al-Imam Shafi'i and Al-Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. And we know the fidya means that you are going to feed a poor person for that day. So just to complete that part again, some of the ulama, the Hanafi madhab, the Maliki madhab, says that if the lady is hamil or she is breastfeeding and she is not fasting, then she must only do the qada, and there is no fidya, meaning she must fast in the days. And that's the opinion of the Hanafi opinion and the Maliki opinion. Al-Imam Shafi'i, the Shafi'i opinion, and the Hanbali opinion says that if the lady is only she's only fearing for herself, and then it is only she fasts in the days. But if she fears herself as well as the child, and then she has to fast in the days and pay the fidya. May Allah Ta'ala make us all min al-muttaqeen wa min al-muhsineen wa min ibad al-salihin wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.